relations and functions. Functions is a very important topic for grade 12 because it counts around about 35 to 40 marks out of 150 in one exam. The grade 12 functions is just a tip of the iceberg. The rest of the iceberg lies in grade 11. So you have to know all your functions, how to draw them and how to get the equations. And you have to do the 2 worksheets of the extra clauses. I'm going to hand out the other one now. Now, let's start with terminology. Who knows what a relation is? What? No. A relation, don't look at your notes, is a set of ordered number pairs. It means it consists of coordinates. So it's actually a graph. Okay. Who can tell me what a function is? Don't look in your notes. A function, for every x value, there's one y value. That is a function. For each x value, there's only one y value. And if I want you to motivate your answer, why is it a function? You always tell me that there's a vertical line test, and we're going to do the vertical line test just now. Why is your notes not open? We are 10 minutes in the period.
I was listening, I promise you, when you said, what you said so far was that the function for every x value there's one y value. And then you're speaking about the pairs. About the, I know that I was listening and then I started.
Is this on your notes?
No.
No. It's not. No. Yes.
So when do we do the vertical line test?
I'm going to show it to you now. Yeah. Definitely. Can I carry on? Yes. So there are 3 types of mappings. Now let me just get my notes. And that is on page 1. If you have a 1-to-1 mapping, it means the first word 1 is associated with x, and the second word after the 2 is associated with y. So we have 1x to 1y mapping. That is typically a straight line. That is a function because we have one value for x and each x has one y value. This x has one y. This x has one y, etc. Okay? Let's look at another one. The many to one mapping. That means if you go in a vertical line over your graph, like let's do the straight line first. For every x, there's only one cutting of the graph on the y-axis. Can you see?
Yes.
So if you go like this vertical line over the parabola, you'll see that for every x, there's only one y. Okay, that is the vertical line test. But if we have for every one x value, there is a one y value.
Then how does it become the many to one?
Okay, many to one means a y value can have two x values. So many x values gives one y value. Okay?
Yeah, because y is
A y can only be one in a function. One y, so it's a function. One y, so it's a function. One y, there's my y, it's -3. Do you understand?
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
So if the graph has a turning point, then it's one many to one.
If it's a parabola, yes. If you have
What about the given function?
then it will be many to one. There might be three x values on a y value.
So it just has to have a turning point.
Yeah, it could be. Okay.
Does this one specifically apply to like
This many to one. No, it can be a cubic function as well.
function of parabola? Oh, cubic, 30
This y value has three x values. So many x's, one y. Then it's a function.
So let's to one.
Yeah. Now we get to 1x, many y's. 1x, many y's. Then it's not a function. 1x, let's say it's here at 3. Then we have 2y's. Then it's not a function. It must have one y. Then it's a function. Right.
Okay.
What if the function, okay, the formula for the graph was square root x?
Square root x will
Because
be
it
there.
has two answers.
Yeah, it's this one.
Oh, okay. It's not a function.
No,
What is it?
it's not a function.
Okay.
Alright, let's carry on to function notation. If I give you an equation, you can name the equation by giving it a name fx. So fx is the name of the equation. But I can give you many things inside the name. Like for instance, I can say make all the x's 3's. Or make all the x's -1's. Or make all the x's an expression. Okay? When I was in school, we didn't have fx. We had map x to f in this equation. So don't scream and fall down when you see this in the NT exam. It means the same as fx. It's just a name and it means map the x to the f. Okay. Let's look at page 2. Before I get to page 2, when you have to motivate why is this a function or why is this not a function, you have to give two reasons. The first one is the type of mapping. There's a 1-to-1 mapping, or there's a 2-to-1 mapping, or a 1-to-2 mapping, whatever. And after that, you explain the vertical line cut. The vertical line cuts the graph once, therefore it's a function. The vertical line cuts the graph 3 times, therefore it's not a function. So you have to comment on the type of mapping and on the vertical line.
And I have a question with the vertical line test. In the many to one, you turned it horizontally.
No, that is still my y.
I'm saying in the one on top of that many to one, to show that there was many points at a single y.
Yeah, the ruler.
Yes.
That was just to show you that for one y we have many x's. But to test, is that a function? You have to go like that, vertically, and the graph must cut this line only once, all the time. Okay. Now turn to exercise 1. I quickly want to show you how to do that for homework. The first question I ask you is whether to comment. Kom aan, julle moet vinnig maak. Page 2, exercise 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the first column is state whether this is a function or a relation. The pink lines are my vertical lines. It cuts this straight line once every time. So what is it? Function. Now you write function. Give 2 reasons for your answer. Okay, first you can comment on the vertical line and then you can comment on the mapping or other way around. Why is this a function?
There's only one y per
Yeah, it's a 1-to-1 mapping, and the other reason?
The vertical line only cuts at one point.
Yes. The vertical line cuts the graph one time, each time, and there's a 1-to-1 mapping. Is this pink lines. If I move the pink lines all over the graph, these pink lines only cuts the graph once each time. Now, if you look at the domain and range, if you get mixed up which is which, remember it like this. Domain comes before range in a dictionary. The D is before O. And the X is before Y. So the domain are all the X's and the range are all the Y's. So what is the domain of this function? Yeah, X element of R. It uses all the X's. What is the range of this one? Y is an element of R. You are so good. If you look at the next one, I will say the 1-to-1. There is a 1-to-1. This is also a straight line, but this time it doesn't have arrows. It has dots. So what will the domain be in this case? No.
It's 2, 5. Is it dot? Yeah, minus 6 and x is 5.
Yeah. -6 is smaller or equal to x is smaller or equal to 5. The dots are closed, so it's an equal. If the dots are open, you have to paste in your erratas.
Can I put them in by
Okay? And then the y will be from -4 up until 5. Again, it's a function and it's a one-to-one mapping. The vertical line cuts the graph once every time.
And can something not be a function but still have a domain and range?
Yeah. Alright, the rest of that table is for homework. That's homework 1. Now I'm going to do the inverse of the straight line.
I just want to ask, a hyperbola is a hyperbola and the exponential function is also 1 to 1.
Yeah. But the circle is not.
Yes.
And the third form is also not. We'll come to the third form next week.